I'm going to teach a functional fitness class. This is for Chesterfield County Parks and Rec. I teach this class at Huguenot Road Baptist Church. But right now, while we're all stuck at home, I want to make sure that you're still up and moving, doing some functionally fit exercises and getting that blood pumping and feeling good. So I'm going to get us some music going. Before I do that, if you take my classes, you probably have your tube at home and your weights at home, so that's what I want you to pull out. If you don't, then you can always go into your pantry, grab some cans of food. You can go to your laundry room, grab some laundry detergent, something that gives you a little extra weight. But right now I'm going to get some music going and we're going to start moving and feeling good. Here we go. So I want you to stand in front of your chair, feet about hip distance apart, and I just want you to give me little squats here like you're going to sit down in a chair. So you want those hips back. If you can, I want you to tap that chair. Keep your knees tracking over those toes, but not past your toes. Get those legs warmed up. Now I want you to stay up and I want you to march. Now, if you're at home, you can march around your room. I'm going to stay here so you can see me. Now take a nice deep breath in. And out. Do it again. Take it in. And out. One more time. Nice deep breath in. And out. Roll those shoulders. And I want you to take those feet a little wider, march a little wider. Get those arms moving with it. Bring those feet back in. Now out. How about if we go in and out? This is just getting that blood flowing a little bit. Get those muscles warmed up to work on. March it in, take those arms out, and we'll just circle them forward. Get those shoulders a little warmed up. Reverse it. You can smile too. Now break down another shoulder roll. Feels good. Keep breathing. Now, I want you to take those feet a little wider than your hips, bring those hands to your thighs and round and release to that spine. Round it up and release it. Get that spine warmed up. Round it, release it. One more, round it all the way up. Roll those shoulders again. Keep that chest lifted. Another breath in. Exhale. All right, we're gonna go right to some leg work. If you have hand weights, I want you to grab them. If not, those cans or whatever you've got that can give you a little extra weight, or you can just use your body weight. I want you to stand again in front of that chair. We're gonna go back into the squats. So we do this every day. You sit and stand, yes? Yes. My goal is for you to be able to do this without using your hands to press yourself up. Using good form, building that leg strength. Are you counting? Don't count. Keep going. Now, hold it here. We're gonna work those shoulders, working those legs and shoulders. We're gonna alternate those two. Here we go, side raise. I want you to lift it 2 and down for 2. So up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. Just think of things you have to pick up, lift up, put up on a shelf, lift, and lower. Lift. Control it. Try not to hunch up. And again. One more of those. Then we're gonna go back to your squats. I want you to squat down for 2, down, 2, up, 2. Sit down and back, and up. Again, we do this every day. Sitting down, standing up, having that chair behind you. Kind of gives you a target where I want your hips to go. Down and back. You're gonna give me 4 more. Down, down, up, up. 2 more. 1 more. And we're right back to those shoulders, out to the side, 2 counts. Up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. Now I miss you guys. Here in my class, I'm gonna feel like the lady in Romper Room. I see Judy and Sharon, Debbie, Kathy. I'll stop there. You get the idea. Keep breathing and working. And breathing. Now about now, if we were in class, I'd be asking you to tell me something good. So when we do get back together, I want you to have a long list of good stuff to share. How about 2 more? Last one. Nice. Roll those shoulders. You can keep a hold of them. We're going to go to a back exercise. Back is a big muscle group. Now, if you have a tube and weights, I want you to get both. If you don't have a tube, you can just use a can or your laundry detergent or just a weight if you've got a weight. But if you've got a tube, we're going to put the 2 together because your back is a big muscle group. So I want you to step on the tube, pull it as close to the handle as you can, keep in good form, but to give yourself enough resistance. If it's too heavy, then you can step further toward the opposite handle. It'll lighten that load. But I want you to brace your core, shoulders back, and you're gonna row. Think of pulling a lawnmower cord. Row, 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 row. So you're pulling, trying to get that fist up to your hip, shoulder back, squeeze between that shoulder blade as you take it back. Pull, pull, pull. Feel anything going on yet? You're gonna hold this next one up, hold it there, a little pulse. Pull, 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 squeeze, brace that core. Looking good. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. What you do on one side, you gotta do on the other. So again, if you don't have a tube, don't worry about it. But if you've got one, you'll give yourself a little more resistance. And when you're ready, find that resistance and row, 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 row. Need 4, 3, 2. Now take it up in a little pulse, 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 pulse. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. We're going to alternate that exercise with an exercise for your biceps. Think about picking up groceries, grocery bags. So if you have a tube, I want you to use that. If you don't, use your weights. You can step on the tube with 1 foot, will be the least amount of resistance. Step on the tube with both feet close together, makes it a little more challenging. Step your feet closer to the handles, makes it a little harder still. So it's not just separating your feet, it's stepping closer to the handles. And lift your chest. Make sure you don't arch your back. So brace that core, slight bend in those knees. And here we go, we're gonna curl. Up and down and up and down. Keep your fist to the shoulder. Think about picking up several bags of groceries. Curl, release, curl. So your elbows are close to your rib cage without locking them in. Curl, release, curl, release, curl, release, curl, release. Bring it up halfway and pulse. So, sometimes we talk about shows we're watching. Be prepared to tell me what you like on Netflix or whatever else you're watching while you're at home. Pulse, pulse, feeling it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. Step off that tube. And we rarely, I won't say never, but we rarely do anything once. So we're going to repeat those. We're going to start with your back exercise. We're going to do that one arm row again. So place that tube down. Step on it as close to the handle as you need. Brace your core, square off your shoulders, and pull.
Break down,
pull,
the awkwardness,
pull,
put on my boots and a
pull.
really white dress. A million words, but how to
Feeling good yet?
express what I'm feeling when I see you.
The answer is yes.
You flash a smile, I'm like,
Pull.
is this happening?
Pull.
I look your way and then of
Pull.
course drop everything.
Pull.
You walk over and
Pull.
ask if I'm alright, hey,
Pull.
whatever it takes.
Ready to pull and pulse? Here we go. Pulse, 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 pulse. Give me 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Yes, yes. Other side. Let's do it on the other side. Same thing. Working that back. Place that tube down. Step on it as close to the handle as you need. Brace that core. Square yourself off. And here we go. Row.
Maybe a joke first,
Row.
maybe a pickup line,
Row.
but either one of those
Row.
is just a waste of time.
Row.
I need a better way.
Row.
I need some inspiration,
Pull.
something that better explains
Pull.
all my motivation.
Squeeze.
Need you, know you, and be on your mind.
Pull.
I have to, but how do
Pull.
I put this right? Don't overcomplicate, just say hi or whatever it takes to
Ready to pull and pulse? Here we go. Pull, pulse, squeeze, tight. 8 more, 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. All right, time to go back to those biceps. So again, tube if you have it, weights or pants if you don't. Step, find that resistance that you need. We'll do about 15 to 20, so that's the resistance I want you to get. So curl, curl, curl. Brace that core. 5, 6. You got this.
Cause I think I just got lost in your eyes. I have to tell you, I really want to.
12,
In your eyes,
14. There's 15. Got some more? 5, 4, 3. Getting harder. 2, and 1. Let's pulse it halfway up. Pulse, 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 pulse. Breathe, breathe. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. Well done. Right, step off that tube. We're gonna go back to your legs. Give the upper body a little break. So we're gonna do a modified deadlift. You're gonna keep your knees slightly bent, so I don't want you to lock them. We're gonna tip forward from your hips. Reaching down, I want you to imagine picking up a laundry basket. So I want you to brace your core, flatten your back as you tip over. Keep those knees soft, but you're gonna take it down and up. Tip from your hips and back up. So again, think about stooping down to pick something up and coming back up. Bracing that core, you want to support your back. Down, down, up, up. And again, tip, tip, lift, lift. Squeeze that butt as you come up. So you'll feel this in the backs of your legs, your hamstrings, your glutes. 2 more. 1 more, 1 more. Give them a little shake. We're gonna change directions. Now I want you to think about getting out of your car or out of a chair to the side. Think about opening that car door and stepping out. So we're gonna be doing a side lunge. You're gonna take it down and back in. So here we go. Down, back in. Out to the side, strong through those legs. Again, always wanna brace your core. And again. One more on this side. How about the other side? Here we go. And in, and out, and in, and out, and in, and out, and then a few more. How about 2 more? Last one. And then back to that deadlift. Bend those knees, feet about hip distance apart, maybe a little wider, and tip forward from those hips. And right back up. And tip. And lift. And tip. And lift. Tip. And lift. 4 more. And 3. Last one. And up. Shake those legs out a little bit. All right, we're leaving lower body alone for a little bit and we're going back to upper body. We have not done chest or triceps, and if you do take my classes, I know you've been wondering, where are the push-ups? Here they come. All right, so push-ups we do not just to say we've done push-ups, but if you were to be down to the floor, you need to be able to press your body weight up off the floor, and that's why we do that kind of exercise. So you have a couple of options. You can do them on the floor, help yourself. You can do them against the wall. You're gonna want your hands a little wider than your shoulders, bending and extending, or you can step your feet a little bit further back to make them a little more challenging. Or if you're at your kitchen counter, come to your kitchen counter and do them there. So hands a little wider than your shoulders, core braced, your butt's not sticking out, keep it down, and here we go. Down, and press, and down, and press. So if you're doing some dishes, do a few dishes, do a few push-ups. Just make sure you dry your hands. They don't slip. Down, and press, down, and press. So inhale as you lower, exhale as you press. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. How about 4 more? For grins. 3, 2. There's your last one for that set. Come up, grab your weights again. We're gonna do triceps. If you wanna have a seat, you're more than welcome to do it. The first set I'll do seated, the second set I'll do standing. You can face this way. I'm gonna turn so you can see what I'm doing. So you're gonna tip over from your hips, elbows are up, and you're gonna extend and bend. It's called the tricep kickback. Extend, bend. Nice long line from the base of your neck through your tailbone. Elbows stay up in that one position, and you're extending and bending from there. 8, 7, 6, 5, feel the back of that arm, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Place those weights down. Time for your next round of your push-ups. So wall, floor, or somewhere in between on the counter. Hands a little wider than your shoulders, belly braced, shoulders away from your ears, and here we go. Down, and press, and down, and press. 3, how many you want to do this set? 4, did I hear you say 25? I think I did. 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 10. You can stop there if you need. Keep going if you can. There's 15. You thought I was kidding at 25? Just 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and there you go. Nicely done. Shake it out a little bit. Rotate those wrists if you need. And we're gonna go back to your next round of triceps. Remember I said the second set I would stand up. You can have a seat or you can stay standing. Again, tip forward from your hips, elbows up, and extend and bend. Out and in, out and in. There's 8. When we did 25 push-ups, why not 25 of these? If you can. There's 12, about halfway. There's 25 more, 5 more. You got this. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come up, roll those shoulders, nicely done. All right, I want you to come behind or beside your chair. We love to work our hips, so I want you to take that leg out to the side, balance, brace that core, lifting it straight out to the side. Working this part of your glute muscle, or that hip. If you want to add balance challenge to it, let go of that chair, or just a few fingertips there. Keeping that standing knee soft. How about if we lift and pulse it, pulse it, pulse, pulse, pulse. Again, can you let go? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. What you do on one side, you gotta do on the other. So here we go. Same thing other side. Lift that chest, belly braced, and out to the side. Out. Out. Keeping the knee forward. And up and pulse. Now I'm showing you this variation of work in that hip, or these hips, with no equipment. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down, shake it out. Now you're probably feeling both hips, even when this one's lifting, this one was working as a stabilizer, so they're both working in some way. If you have your tube, another way to work those hips is standing on the tube. And if you take my class, you know that I say, and this really comes into play right now, if that ice cream in your freezer is calling your name from the couch, Well, if you're gonna go get it, you gotta put on this tube and you gotta walk yourself there to get that ice cream and burn a few calories on the way. I want you to stand up, pull those tubes to your hips. If you have tubes, again, if you don't, you can do the exercise we just did. But I'm just gonna ask you to take a few steps to the right, a few steps to the left, a few times. Here you go. I'm just gonna go 5 each way. So I wanna make sure I stay in the screen. You guys can travel as far across your room as you want. Keeping the shoulders back, softening those knees, working those hips. So what are you gonna talk about? Doesn't take long for those hips to start saying hello. Let me know when you start feeling something. I'm gonna do one more set each way. Ow, 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 ow. Looks like a very small move, and it is. Looks very simple, and it's not. Those hips really start talking to you. All right, you guys, we need to get a little more core work in, or some ab work. I want you to have a seat in your chair. We're gonna do some leg lifts. You have several options. You can alternate, keeping one foot on the floor until that other foot gets there with your hands on the floor. You can or with your hands on your chair. You can alternate lifting the second leg before the first foot reaches the floor. You can do it with your hands on the chair or off. You can also do both feet at the same time. A little more challenging, again, with your hands on the chair or off. So pick the one you're gonna do, but don't make me do it by myself. Pull that belly in. I'm at 20. Are you with me? 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake out those legs a little bit because those hip flexors will start talking to you too. It's not just your abs working. We're going to engage some core in a plank. So I want you to come to your chair. Place your hands flat on the chair. I want you to keep your shoulders over your wrist as you step your feet back, letting your hips drop. So what I don't want to see is your hips way up in the air, or you pushing the chair away. Don't want that chair to slide. If you're more comfortable placing the chair against a wall and going that way, you can. But I want you to step back, drop those hips, brace that core, and just hold it. And breathe. Holding that belly in. Now if you can, we're going to do a slow mountain climber. If you need to stay in this position, that's fine. But I want you to pull knee in and out. Alternate legs. In and out. In and out. If you have wrist issues and this bothers your wrist, feel free to come down to your elbows. Pull. 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 4, 3, 2, and 1, and come up. Rotate those wrists. Again, if that bothers you, next round, feel free to come down to those elbows. That's perfectly fine. All right, we're gonna get one more round of those leg lifts in. Have a seat. Remember, alternate legs or both legs together, but lean back and lift. 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 Pull that belly in. Lift. We're almost at the end. We're almost at those stretches. Hope you're feeling like you've worked, but you're feeling good. Feels good to move. Just make sure you keep moving. Four, 3, 2, and 1. Again, shake out those legs. We're We're gonna come back to your plank one more time, but this time instead of moving the legs, we're gonna do a little shoulder tap. Again, if you're able, if you need to keep just that basic plank, you can. But if you're able, I want you to alternate shoulder taps with as little rotation through your hips as possible. You wanna keep it nice and tight. Here's 4. We're gonna shoot for 10 each arm. 5, 6, 7. Hold it, you're almost there. 8, 9, and 10. Yes, yes, yes. Step it in. Come up, shake it out. Have a seat, let's stretch. Say yes. We're gonna start with the lower body stretches. So if you can, I want you to take a foot or an ankle, pant leg if you can. Pull that heel towards you, press that hip forward and stretch the top of your thigh, your quad. If it's hard to get a hold of that leg, you can come into a lunge position. That feels good. So how you feel? Hopefully you're saying good. Pivot around, let's stretch the back of that thigh, that hamstring, flex that foot, tip forward from your hip. You can reach for your toe if you want. Breathe, breathe. I like to tell my people, motion is lotion. So you want to keep those joints moving, keep them mobile. Other leg, stretch that quad. You want to just get moving in any way you can. Lubricate those joints. And then we'll stretch that hamstring, flex that foot, tip forward from your hip, reach for that toe if you can. Oh yeah, almost there. This should feel good. Come up, bring an arm across, we'll stretch that shoulder. And then switch sides. And a tricep stretch. So again, I teach this functional fitness class at Huguenot Road Baptist Church on Wednesdays at 1:15. Other side. Oh, 2:15, sorry, my bad. Wednesdays at Huguenot at 2:15, 2:15 to 3. If you can't get the stretch here, you can bring it right here. Then I want you to take your hands behind you, clasp and lift, open that chest. So again, that's at Huguenot on Wednesdays at 2:15 to 3. I also offer classes at Huguenot and at Stonebridge location. Both yoga for the older adult, where you've got a chair if you need it, and gentle yoga, where you bring a mat. Release that, roll those shoulders, rotate those wrists. So when this is all over, I'd love to see you in any of my classes. Rotate an ankle. We have a lot of fun. Other side. My definition of fun. And reverse. And then I always like to end vertical. So I want you to stand up. I want you to inhale, sweep those arms up. Exhale, bring it down. Shake out those shoulders, dance your little jig. Give yourself a high five in that mirror, and I hope I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.